Hey, what's up, everybody? How's it going out there? Hey, Nickolas Wildstar, Libertarian candidate for California governor. Just chiming in the day after the elections. As you can see, I voted. Hope all of you voted too in the primary election yesterday. As expected, I did not get the million votes that I needed in order to be able to proceed through to the top two. And it is unfortunate because I did do as much as I could as a candidate to put my name out there, and have worked diligently as a candidate to tour throughout the state. California is a large state, and I've pretty much bounced around from city to city throughout the state to do my best to meet people and introduce myself to them one-on-one, as well as get as many promotional materials out there as possible, postcards, flyers, lawn signs, bumper stickers, the whole nine, all in an attempt to become a representative of the people. So I definitely am excited about having had the opportunity to run a campaign for governor and be as successful as I was. I was able to get almost 6,500 votes. So thank you to each and every one of you out there that did vote Wildstar for governor. And our fight isn't over yet. So I'm actually making this video as a special announcement to let people know what's next, or what to expect next from the Wildstar for Governor campaign, or for me, Nickolas Wildstar. Because I am, again, one of those people that see the changes that we want to be made in our lives to be accomplished through government. I can't deny the fact that as someone that wants to fight for freedom, someone that wants to fight for liberty and push back government, that needs to be done politically. As much as we want to hit the streets and get out there and protest and get involved in activism, it's just not enough. And at the end of the day, we still go home to our families. We still have to deal with taxes. We still have to deal with an overbearing government. We still have to deal with high wages or high costs for living, and just more oversight by our government that prevents us from living freely. So thank you to everyone tuning in, by the way. I appreciate that because I'm going to need your help. So at this time, I'd like to announce officially that I am going to be running for mayor of Anaheim. For all of you people that have been out there watching my videos and are in tune, or have been in tune to what I've been doing during my gubernatorial race, I did hint at that idea, and now I'm officially going to move forward with that now that the governor's campaign is over. So I will be filing my paperwork soon to run as a candidate for mayor of Anaheim. So I am in need of all of your help out there to help make that happen, because it does take a certain matter of finances. I mean, we just got to be honest here, people. It takes money to pay to play in politics, and unfortunately people just don't see the value in contributing, in investing into our politicians, mainly because of the establishment candidates, Republicans or Democrats, whatever the case may be, collecting tens of millions of dollars from people, not just you, but from special interest donors that keep them in power. And that's how it's going to stay until we come together and we say that we see more value in people that represent us and are reflective of our desires and what we want out of our community, and start putting our money where our mouth is. So at this time, I'm again announcing my run for mayor of Anaheim, and have started a crowd pack, which hopefully will be approved any day now. So it's going to be another crowd-sourced campaign. So $5, $10, $20, whatever the case may be. I've made the amount asked about $10,000. That's really all it's going to take, believe it or not. As much as they try to make it seem like it costs tens of thousands of dollars or hundreds of millions of dollars or whatever the case may be, doesn't take much to print up some lawn signs or go around knocking door to door on people's doors and introducing introducing the campaign to them. So, but it does take manpower. I can do it on my own, but it's extremely difficult. So I'd like to have more people involved in helping me with that effort. And thankfully, since the few people that have taken note to my desires to run for mayor have already contacted me and volunteered their service. So I'm already building up a network of people here in Orange County to help me with that effort, and a lot of them have been longtime activists, people that have helped me during the time I was involved in community activism with the Occupy movement as an anonymous protester. And I'm very happy to have them on board and be behind me in my run for mayor of Anaheim. So I again am in need of you to help back my campaign as well. Hello, Dolores, and thank you so much. I appreciate the good luck wish, and please continue to stay tuned, because it takes all of us, no matter where you are. Even if you don't live in Anaheim, I'm going to need for you to help me spread the message, because that's really all it's about. And media costs. If you want to advertise on the radio or on television, they call them media buys, and they're hundreds of dollars, if not thousands of dollars, and it gets extremely expensive very quick. The costs add up very quickly, and I simply do not want to go that route. And with social media being a free market tool for press, you are the press. You are the media, and we got to start stepping up as people to say, to claim our powers that be and start utilizing them. Word of mouth is an extremely powerful tool. So if you're watching this video and you still are excited to bring back liberty to the state of California, we can start first with the city of Anaheim and expand from there. And if I were to win as mayor of Anaheim, that would give me an opportunity to prove for the next 4 years of how a more limited government would result in increased freedom for the individual. And of course, with that now being an example, would pave the way for another gubernatorial run in 2022. So if you want to help Nickolas Wildstar become Governor Wildstar in 2022, the first thing that you could do is help me become mayor of Anaheim. And it is just like the gubernatorial race. It's just a matter of numbers. We have 2 Republicans, 2 Democrats, and I'll be the only Libertarian candidate on the ballot. I'll be able to buy my way in. I won't have to do the whole top 2 deal. I'll just pay the filing fee, and when voters go to vote in November, they will see me alongside the other candidates. So building up momentum, taking the notoriety that I've gained during my run for governor will help add to the momentum that I've started to build for my run for mayor. So please continue to help me spread the word. Thank you to all of you tuning in right now. Feels good seeing the numbers go up. But when I wanted to share a quick story with you guys, because in my pursuits to serve the public and be a representative of the people, I've met tons of people, and I'm very thankful to have met you all and appreciate the time that you've taken to speak to me. Even those people that we've had a disagreement or some bit of a conflict, I'm very grateful to have had that exchange with you and that interaction. So good or bad, I'm glad to have met all of you, and in need of a building of structure right now to help build what we're trying to accomplish, and that's get this liberty movement moving full steam ahead and get people involved to where they can actually experience freedom for once in their lives instead of having to fight tooth and nail over it. So with the Libertarian Party, as much as I love them and have met wonderful people within the party, it doesn't really have the structure needed to support candidates. And so that's what I'm going to be taking upon myself to do, is help those candidates that have been able to get enough votes to proceed to the general election in November actually get elected. So I'm in need of your help to help them Okay? So we need to come together to rebuild. The Libertarian Party is going through an identity crisis, and it's sad to see it happen because it has so much potential to be a true party of we the people. And we can't let it be co-opted by those people that would rather see it benefit them opposed to us, we the people. So we can't let big bank donors come in. We can't let people that have conflicting ideologies come in and claim to be libertarians and run on a libertarian ticket to prevent actual libertarians from being able to be heard and get elected. So thank you, Dolores, James, and yeah, all of you tuning in. Just wanted to give you a shout out real quick. But it does boil down to a matter of rebranding and rebuilding the Libertarian Party from within. So I invite all of you out there watching this video to become a member of the Libertarian Party. Please pay the $25 for the year. That's all it is, to become a member, so we can get your information and get you involved, because we do need activists in the party, not just regular members where you're just gonna walk around with your card and say, look, I'm a libertarian. We need people to take that libertarian aspect of self and make it possible for others to show them how, if we were to be elected, we'd be better at creating policies that won't affect us or won't restrict us from living our lives freely, and will be less oppressive, and we can roll back all of the policies that have prevented us from living as freely as we should be. So please get involved in the Libertarian Party of California, or if you're from outside of the state, get involved in the Libertarian Party where you are. Here in the state, we have an opportunity to get ballot access, so it makes it a lot easier because we are a recognized party. So please get involved in the party. We need to make sure that the candidates such as Mimi Robson get elected out of Long Beach, Chris Stair out of Los Angeles, Jeff Hewitt out in Cali Mesa. We also have Justin Quigley, a writing candidate who is actually challenging an incumbent that's going to be on the ballot in November. So we need to help these people. And again, now I myself, as I said before, I'm going to be running for mayor of Anaheim, and I will be on the ballot in November. So I'll need your help to help all of us get there. It's going to take a collective effort, and we do need to show some unity. Along this journey, I actually went to an event called Libertopia, and it's an anarcho community pretty much that throws this event for liberty-minded individuals, and it's a wonderful networking opportunity and event. And I met a lot of great people there, and actually had a debate, and during that debate, one of the questions asked was, do I think running as a politician is a calling? And it is, which is why I'm doing it. And as people, we're here on this planet trying to figure out what is our life purpose, what are we here for, what have we been created to do? And we go through this own personal identity crisis trying to figure that out and trying to find our way in life. Thankfully, I've been blessed enough to be shown that path early on in life, which is why I'm here now, and am choosing to step it up for the people in my community and actually get involved to become a representative of the people so I can help them. So I did answer it by saying that although I don't see it as being something I want to do for the rest of my life, because I do love making music, I won't even lie, I enjoy it very much, but as much as I feel like I want to do music, at the same time I can't help but be distracted by the real world problems in life, and that tends to be what I make my music about. So it is a means to an end, and that end is freedom. We want to live free, and right now we're living enslaved when you have to ask permission from the government to, now in California, since they pass certain laws in cities to where you have to obtain a license, or better yet, they banned it altogether, the sale of e-liquids, flavored tobacco. So I've spoken to some friends earlier, and they said that they have to leave out of the state because of this new law that's been passed. When you have to ask the government to take a shower and wash some clothes at the same time, which is a new law that was passed by Jerry Brown, which makes this now illegal. And each person is limited to 55 gallons a day. So we're not living free, people. We're living privileged, and we're living under the permission of someone else. And that someone else is a group of people that we hired with our tax dollars and our votes to represent us. And they aren't helping us at all. They're harming us. We need to start acting on what they're doing to us and get them out of office and get more quality individuals in office that will listen to us and respond to the demands of we the people. So we can't continue acting as if these problems are just going to fix themselves for the next candidate that comes along 4 years later. If they don't do it, we'll wait till the next one comes along. We're wasting time, and people are dying, and we're dying inside and out because of that. So we can't wait any longer. So at this time, I'm asking all of you again to just please get involved in every way, shape, and form that you can to make sure that the Libertarians here in California get elected. So I want to share with you guys a story or actually a dream that I had last night, and it was kind of like a story. So it goes like this. God created two different planes, one here and the other one here. And on the two different planes is happiness. And one plane is complete happiness, where the other is a battle of duality, the one where we're experiencing now. And so where these two planes exist, God also said, all you have to do is create a bridge to get from one point to the other. And so he chose 3 individuals to create this bridge for everyone else. The first person created a bridge was a carpenter. And when he created this bridge, it was very strong, but it was built from materials that he could find, and it was built with his hands. And as strong as this bridge was, it was able to get people from one side of the plane to the other. But because of them piling on the bridge at once and, shoving each other and not being patient to get to the other side, parts of the bridge collapsed, and at a point it became dilapidated and became unsafe for us to travel along to get from one side to the next. So the next builder comes along, has all of the technology in the world, and builds this state-of-the-art bridge from point A to point B, from one side to the other. And as technologically advanced as this bridge was, and as sturdy as this bridge was, it was also expensive. So only the privileged and the people that could afford to travel on that bridge and pay the toll were able to travel from one side to the other. So the traffic flow of that bridge is extremely low. And although we have these 2 bridges still remaining, the traffic to get to the other side is very limited. So the third builder comes along and says, I can build a bridge, and is a musician and has a guitar, and says, all I need to do is play this song, and a bridge will come out of the sky and will get us from here to there. And as this third builder tells everybody, this is the plan, and this is all that needs to be done in order to get us from here to there, nobody believes him. And decades go by, time goes by, he starts to lose his spirit, he starts to lose hope himself. And along comes a child and asks him to play the song. And so the musician, in hearing this and seeing the innocence in the child and feeling overwhelmed with love and positivity, starts to play this song. And as he said, once he played this song, the bridge came down out of the sky. and everyone was able to get from one side to the other. But they didn't believe him. And because they didn't believe him, they didn't believe that the bridge was there also. So everyone that he was able to convince was able to travel along that bridge. So while we talk about shooting the messenger, here I am. And I have a very important message for you. Will you listen? Will you take heed to this call? Or will you conflict spiritually to actually believe what's being said and what you're hearing? There's a better world for us, and it's on the other side. We have to start trusting in each other. We have to start believing in miracles. And it starts first in us believing in ourselves. So I believe in me, and I believe that I will be able to play a song that will be able to get us from one place to the next. And I need for you guys to hear me out. So since you are listening to this message, I appreciate you for taking the time and taking heed to the call and listening to your spirit and following through in the name of love, because that's what's needed right now. More love, more walking by faith and not by sight. So thank you to all of you that are watching this, that are hearing this, and please just continue sharing this message, share with others, because that's what's needed right now, is for us to awaken those that are asleep and show them the better way. So please continue to do all that you can to help spread the message. We can still bring back liberty to the state of California. It just has to start on a smaller scale, and incrementally we will get there. So definitely continue to play your part and do all that you can to help. So I have a few questions here I'm going to answer, and thank you all for the questions. It says, how about running for president? Wildstar for president in 2020. That sounds pretty cool. But believe it or not, I don't want to do that, man. I'm too much of a risk factor for the establishment shit. So, pardon my language, need to be politically correct. Anyways, but no, that's too high of a risk factor. I don't want to get killed off yet or anything like that. So at least not yet. I'm already challenging Disney since they have the control over Anaheim. So yeah, but I have mulled over the thought, and believe it or not, depending on what happens with my mayoral race, I've considered running for vice president on the Libertarian ticket. So that means if I'm successful in November for the mayoral race for Anaheim, or if not, it's a possibility that I may run for the vice presidential ticket for the Libertarian Party. So, but it all hinges on you and your involvement. I mean, I talked to my wife about it, and this has been a strain on our relationship. She's giving up her husband so I can do this. I'm giving up my wife so I can do this. We're giving up our potential family that we could build and have together so we can do this to help you. And it helps us too, but we need to come together as a community to make sure that it happens. So if you want to see Wildstar for mayor in Anaheim, or Wildstar for governor in 2022, or Wildstar for vice president in 2020, then you need to get involved. I'd be happy to run on the vice presidential ticket for the Libertarian Party, especially if they got people like Adam Kokesh or John McAfee. I would love to run with John McAfee. So McAfee, if you're watching this, Wildstar or McAfee Wildstar, that sounds like a winning ticket to me for 2020. So, but yeah, I'd be happy to just continue to apply myself and what I feel like is my calling in life, and that's to represent the people. And it doesn't take much to be qualified to do that, except for you having the wherewithal to apply yourself and know the rule book, the Constitution. That's the rule book. And I know it well enough to play it to the T, and I will once elected in any capacity. So if you'd like to see me get elected and be a representative of the people and give me an opportunity to shine for the Libertarian Party, then I implore you to please get involved in helping me as well as the other Libertarian candidates in California that will be on the ballot in November, and help us bring back liberty. We can turn the Golden State gold a little bit at a time. And it starts first with you, so please definitely contact me if you'd like to find out how you can get involved, whether it be as a volunteer or contributing donation wise. Hopefully I'll get that crowd pack approved soon. So once it is made available, I will present that to you guys to share and contribute whatever you can. So let's see. All right. Hey, Rebecca, thanks for tuning in. All right. Well, I want to thank you all for tuning in and taking the time to hear me out. I truly do appreciate all of the support that I've received on my run for governor. I mean, you guys have floored me with the amount of support that I've received. I mean, nearly 6,500 votes, and the votes are still coming in. They won't be finalized until about July 5th because of those mail-in ballots, which is stupid. See why we need electoral reform? The mail-in ballots could have, as long as they're post-dated by June 5th, are considered valid. So you still have mail-in ballots that were sent in yesterday that haven't been counted yet. So we're still waiting to find out what the final numbers are, but they've already called it. We will have Gavin Newsom versus John Cox in the November primary. In the November general election. So to present some barriers between us, we the people, and them, the oppressive elites, oligarchs, autocrats, whatever you want to call them, we need to get some elected people in there. So as mayor of Anaheim, I would be able to create that blockade and show how the people are the true controllers of the government, and that the representatives are only hired personnel. Okay? So help me, help you, help them, help everybody. Let's help each other. And Andrea says, thanks for putting in the time to run. Oh, thank you, Andrea. It's been a pleasure indeed, and not a wasted moment. And hanging out with you was one of those great moments. I'll never forget those times that we've spent together. Andrea, Rebecca, Dolores, meeting you and the cute puppies at the dog show. I mean, we have everlasting memories. And James, I look forward to meeting you two myself in person sometime soon. So you won't have to write in my name come November. I will pay the filing fee to be on the ballot for mayor of Anaheim. So please stay tuned. And I'd like to thank you again for all of the tremendous support, and just ask that you continue to fight the good fight, because we need strong individuals, we need warriors, we need people willing to battle this out to the end. And I'm going to stick in there as long as you stick in there with me, all right? Peace and blessings to you all, and may the light of God and liberty shine on each and every one of you, all right? Peace.